Aloha and welcome once again to another episode of the Hawaii Vacation Connection. My name is Bruce Fisher.
My name is Yaling Yu Fisher.
Thanks very much for checking in with us once again. We've got a great podcast for you today. For this February 17th, it's a Wednesday, 2010. This is our 349th podcast. Today we're going to talk about the happy people of Hawaii. That's you and me and everybody who lives here. We're also going to be talking about the Chinese New Year, which you know just maybe a little bit about, right? And also the Spam Jam that's coming up. Talk about spam in Hawaii, if we have enough time. I don't know if I'll have enough time. And then, of course, packages that have been booked in the last 24 to 48 hours. So if you're planning a trip to Hawaii, that's the best segment for you because we actually go over what things are costing for people and families coming to the Hawaiian Islands. This podcast is brought to you by us. We are the owners of Hawaii-Aloha.com. We're in Hawaii. We think we're the Hawaii experts. You can catch us on the web at www.hawaii-aloha.com.
Or you can reach us at 1-800-843-8771 or email us at podcast@hawaii-aloha.com. You can find us on Twitter.
Yes.
And Aloha Post. And also Facebook.
Right. And you are Aloha Yaling on Twitter. And all you have to do is type in Hawaii Vacation Singular in Facebook. You can get us there. Also, our fan page is facebook.com/Hawaii Aloha Travel. Please check in with us because we like to keep in touch with folks there. Wow, we first podcast for the week. Of course, it's already a Wednesday. We had a terrific weekend. Started off with some on Saturday. We kind of celebrated Chinese New Year's, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. We had some great dim sum. And then there was the lion dance that happened right after, and we'll talk about that a little bit.
And the lion like money too.
Oh, the lions like money, and they like firecrackers too. Boy, that was like a big explosion. And it's exciting when that happens because basically it's almost like a blessing for the restaurants when these lion dancers come in and they come in with the lion. And there's a lot of pomp and circumstance, a lot of tradition associated with it. So we'll probably talk about that a little bit. Then on so that was Saturday morning. And then, of course, it was Valentine's Day. And we decided just to spend Valentine's Day at home together, just relaxing. And isn't that the way it should be, really? I think going out, doing too much partying, I don't know.
No, it's just
maybe I'm just getting too old. Who knows what that is? But yeah, all the places were packed. We were invited to go to Aloha Tower, but we didn't go. We decided to stay home.
There's going to be so many people there.
Yeah. So hopefully you had a great time as well. And now it's right back to business already. We're in the middle of the week. And we've got a lot to talk about. So let's get right to it here. You know, a lot of people, when they come to Hawaii for vacation, they fall in love with these islands and they never want to leave. How often does that happen? Everybody kind of has their Hawaii story about how they come here, fall in love with it. They sometimes pack their bags, go home, and then pack their bags again and move out here without even hesitating. And it's not surprising because actually, you know, Hawaii residents live longer than people in the rest of the country. And polls over the years, they've revealed that people in Hawaii are happier than people in most parts of the country. Do you find that? Do you find people who live here that we're happier? I think we are. I mean, I'm pretty much happy all the time. I mean, I have my ups and downs just like everybody else. But for the most part, I'm one happy camper here. It's hard to really be depressed here or to be sad.
Only 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And there's been all kinds of studies. You know, there was a study last December that showed that people in Hawaii are more satisfied with their lives. And it was only second to Louisiana. Louisiana was only the second popular place. Yeah.
Good to know.
Louisiana, people are happy. You know, you think about that.
Maybe New Orleans.
Well, New Orleans, I mean, with all the stuff that's gone on there,
but
people are still really happy there. So it doesn't.
Yes, it's a Fest Tuesday. They are like Mardi Gras.
Exactly. They sure do know how to party, right? So, you know, I guess it doesn't really have necessarily everything to do with the environment or the economy when you talk about happiness, but people are certainly, number two, happiest here. That was back in December. And then the readers of Recommend magazine. Have you ever seen that magazine? It's kind of a tourist magazine. You know, recommends different hotels and places. The readers there recommended Hawaii as the sexiest and most romantic destination in the U.S. and Canada. So, and that's for the last 10 years. Now, more recently, and a lot of people have seen this in the news, a Healthways poll, which is done by Gallup. You know, Gallup is the big polling company. They rated Hawaii residents are rated. Let's put it this way: Hawaii residents had the highest well-being index in the nation, second only to Utah, and that actually set a record.
Really?
This is for health and well-being we're talking about here. We had a score of 70.2. That's a record. Utah and Montana were also like number 2 and 3, and they were tied, and they were at a score of 68.3.
Wow.
And now this poll has been developed to be like the official measure of health and well-being for people here. And the goal of the poll is really to collect and measure all these different pulses of the nation so that people can spend time understanding a little bit about where they are and why, where the best places are for being healthy. And Hawaii has topped that poll for the second time in less than a year. Now, there's a lot of theories. Now, why is Hawaii such a healthy place?
See a lot of happy people here.
Yeah, there's a lot of happy, but I mean healthy. It's just a healthy place, more so than others. And there's a lot of theories about why Hawaii is such a healthy place. And one reason might be because of our healthcare system. We have one of the best. Yes, we have one of the best healthcare systems in the country, and 90% of the people here are actually covered by healthcare. And you look at what's going on with Mahea, one of our agents who had an unfortunate stroke, and she didn't have insurance, but something kicked in called Quest, which is paying for all of it, and she's getting some of the best health care you can imagine there. And I was just so impressed because, she's doing so well, and she's actually been getting out, and they're wheeling around.
Yay!
And she's going to get better. She has to go through another operation that we found out today for her stomach. But, there's just such great benefits here, and people are naturally going to be more healthy when we have better health benefits, and the health providers are motivated to innovate more.
And I think also because the food here
The
is
food.
more organic, local,
Exactly. The
fresh
food.
food and vegetables.
Right. And a
Yeah.
lot of fish. Those are some other reasons. The environment. And it just lends itself to more healthy lifestyles.
Yep.
And there's also relatively low unemployment, which also lends itself to healthier. The weather. And it also could be the beautiful people here, according to Ali in here. So beautiful the people are here.
Yeah.
And all the crappy snow that other people have to deal with. So while you might be headed to Hawaii for your Hawaii vacation, you may end up liking it here even more than you expect and want to move here. And you know what? That's okay with us. It really is.
I know. Be our neighbor.
Yeah, be our neighbor. We would like that. So Hawaii is just a great place, and it's all over the polls. Now, another thing that's been happening here is a lot of celebrations going on this time of year in Hawaii.
yeah.
And what's so cool is because the weather is so great, we can get outdoors and do this. Last night they had Mardi Gras down in Chinatown.
Yeah, Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday. And for the next couple of weeks, because what is it with the celebrations of New Year's in China?
Year.
How come it goes on for so long?
Chinese New Year, usually is 2 weeks. 1 week before New Year, 1 week after New Year. And the lion actually, and the firecracker actually is want to the sound pop so loud then all the ghosts, all the bad things go away.
I see. So it scares all the bad spirits away.
That's right.
I see.
Scare them away and bring all the good luck in.
Right.
That's why you need to thank you for the lion and the firecracker.
Right. I noticed that, the lions open their mouth and people stick money in there. And one of the things we saw just over the weekend, when I never seen this before, is I saw the lion regurgitating, throwing out lettuce and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What is that all about?
Because the store, they put the money on the top with the vegetables, so the lion know, there's something on the top, so that when they go eat it. But lion, I don't think they eat vegetables.
I know. Well,
So
it's kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But isn't it a lunar New Year? Because I noticed that the New Year always lands on a different date.
Yes, Chinese calendar usually
Is the lunar.
New Year always on different day.
And
last year is on January